Hello everybody, it's Holger Müller here from Constellation Research, here to talk to you about actual trends in serverless and about one specific product, which is IBM Cloud Code Engine. We'll talk about the benefits of servers in general. We talk about what IBM Cloud Code Engine does specifically, as it supports multi-role developers. It is a one-stop shop for getting everything done in your serverless place, and how that is a very simple offering characterized by simplicity, obviously. So why is multi-role so important for building modern software? Persona-based development is something which has come to enterprise software in the last 20 years or so ago. It's coming now to platform as a service, and specifically to serverless or IBM Cloud Code Engine. And it's been designed specifically for container Kubernetes developers, PaaS or even Cloud Foundry developers, batch job developers, and serverless function developers. All of these roles benefit from the pay-as-you-go infrastructure and setup and payment of IBM Cloud Code Engine, meaning that you only have to pay for what you consume. It also had built-in security, and there's private networking between your applications and your code, so nobody can kind of like look into that and see what's going on. So let's dive into these roles and look specifically what is happening there. The container and Kubernetes developers don't have any steep learning curve. They just use their existing environment as they want to. IBM Cloud Code Engine runs containers for you, and you can keep your Kubernetes tooling as you're favorable with it or familiar with it, and go to or switch to the IBM Cloud Code Engine tooling if you want that, if you see that as more suitable for you. And then for PaaS developers specifically, don't focus on infrastructure, focus on the code you have to build. It automatically manages security for you. It automatically manages versions of code. And that is good news for anybody who comes from one of the older container-based development systems, which is Cloud Foundry. Big difference, big upside in productivity here, and ultimately developer velocity. For those who have to move code around, batch job developers, typically in ITO and DevOps, you just have to submit your batch jobs. That's all. The existing one as you have. There's a feature in IBM Cloud Code Engine which says run to completion, which means it's been taken automatically almost to the point of finishing it. All the scaling is taken care in IBM Cloud Code Engine, and you don't have to worry like typically with all of serverless. You don't have to worry about the infrastructure. Last but not least, very important for the serverless world is the developer who is building serverless application, and there's specifically functions. Functions as a service is very important, very well supported in IBM Cloud Code Engine. It runs your event workloads for that. There's no need for you to manage code, and it scales your code like in the previous other use cases. So 4 functions really well supported inside IBM Cloud Code Engine. Let's look next at the differentiator, which is the one-stop of the offering. If you think about what you need for running a container environment, right? You need a multi-tenant container service because hopefully you have multiple people using it. You need some ways to push the source code to these different environments. Typically that is done in batch jobs because nobody wants to be around for 24 hours. And then of course it's all about function as a service. You want to be able to develop functions. When you compare IBM Cloud Code Engine to other potential options where to run, and specifically the cloud vendors like AWS, Microsoft Azure, and IBM, well, IBM we do, but Google Cloud, then you have all different servers for these 4 different things, which means these 4 different servers have to not only be up and running, they also have to work seamlessly for you, and you become the integrator of that. In comparison, IBM Cloud Code Engine runs this all together in one single place, which makes it simpler for you. If it's up, it's running, it does your container multi-tenancy, it does pushing your source code automatically, it does your batch jobs if you have any, and it's a great environment for function as a service. Which comes to the point that it's a conceptually very, very simple architecture, right? It's built on standards, so you know exactly what you're running. It's using Knative, it's using Istio, and you just push your functions towards as you build them there. You run your applications on containers there. You run your batch jobs there, and any containers, Kubernetes containers you want to bring, it runs for you. This is all I have about differentiators for IBM Cloud Code Engine. This is Holger Müller from Constellation Research. Thank you for watching. I hope this was interesting for you. Please be social, be vocal. If I missed something, if you disagree with something, or if you agree with something, please let us know. Thanks for watching.